Hello, and welcome once again to Yoga for Kids and Their Adults. My name is Tony. I'm here at Me Time LLC, a massage and yoga studio here in Troy, Alabama. This program is sponsored in part by the Charles Henderson Child Health Center. They are a pediatric physician and dental office taking care of children from birth to age 19. They fund this program through a grant that they received from the Children's Trust Fund. Their purpose is to prevent child abuse and neglect. So, welcome back once again. I appreciate you tuning in this week. This week, we're going to focus on things that can kind of calm and quiet the mind and the body. Now, this was inspired by my son, who has gone to school, and it was really loud and really hectic, so he decided to block it out by putting crayons in his ears. And we found out really quick that we don't do that because we were at the doctor's earlier this week trying to remove the bits of crayon that were still left in there. So if you are a young person or a little person, don't ever stick anything in your ear. Nothing should even approach your ear unless it's bigger than your elbow. Okay? So don't ever put things in your ear. So these are things I've shown my son to help him quiet the mind and quiet the body so that he doesn't have to try to stick things in his ears anymore. Okay? So all you're going to need today, we're going to be very, very still today. You might need a mat if you're working on bare floor, or a blanket or a towel. I like to use a cushion too because it helps lift my body up, helps me sit up a little bit straighter. So if you want, you can sit in a chair, you can sit on the couch, you can sit on the floor, or if you happen to have a yoga bolster, go ahead and sit on that too. Now, since we're not really going to be doing a lot of moving today, you don't really need to clear the space around it. You just find a place where you can sit comfortably and upright. Now, if you're feeling a little sick and you're not able to sit upright, that's okay too. You can always lay down and just follow along with us. Okay? We're going to try some breathing work. We're going to try some imagination work. And then we're going to tie the two together. Okay? So once you've found your comfortable place, go ahead and sit upon it. I like to sit in easy pose. Okay? This is a very comfortable pose for me. If you're young, you might call this crisscross applesauce. So once you do your crisscross applesauce and sit down, I like to sit on my cushion, like I said, because it lifts me up. And we're going to start by being mindful of our breathing. So we're going to first take a deep breath in, fully inflate your lungs, lift your rib cage up, your shoulders come up, and then breathe out completely and let it all out. Watch as your chest just falls in on itself. And then breathe really, really deep inside, all the way down to your toes. Okay, so breathe in and blow it all out. Can you do that? You should be able to hear this. It should be like a hollow sound. Okay, let's do this a few more times. Do this at your own speed. All right, breathe in, really fill every part of you up with air, and then let it all out. And as you're doing this, see if you can identify the different parts of your breath. We've talked about this before. It's not just inhale, exhale. That's the two big parts, but there's two other parts for a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 parts to your breath. There's the inhale where you bring your breath into your lungs. There's a pause before the pressures change. Then there's the exhale when you bring all the waste air out of your lungs. And then there's a pause before the pressures change. So it sounds and looks something like this. Can you breathe in and out with me? One more time. This is a very good practice, a very good way to breathe to help quiet what's in your mind and what's outside of your mind and help bring the focus back inside. Okay, that's one of the things yoga is really good about, is shifting your focus from out there onto everything else that's out there and bringing it back inside. So you can explore things that you might want to do, how you feel, how your breath feels. And then once you do that, you're more grounded and able to deal with everything out there. Isn't that wonderful? So, one more time, let's go ahead and go through this. Let's do 5 deep, full body breaths together. Can we do that? Okay, breathe in through your mouth and out through your mouth. Or in through your nose and out through your mouth. So, if you want, you can bring your hands to your side. You can put them in your lap. You can even do like me and kind of broadcast your breath. Let your hands rise with the inhale and fall with the exhale, just like your rib cage does. Okay, let's try this. Ready? Inhale, breathe in full deep all the way down to your toes, and exhale, let it all come out. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. It's 3. Inhale and exhale. Last time, inhale and exhale. Now take a moment, close your eyes, and feel how it feels in your mind, in your body. How does it feel? Can you feel what your mind is feeling? Is it still racing around, or has it quieted down a little bit? Has it quieted down? Excellent. That's exactly what we're looking for. So whether you're at school or whether you're at home or over at a friend's house or at the park, sometimes things just get big and loud and crazy and scary sometimes. So all you really have to do is take 5 deep, full body breaths that, and just watch as the agitation fades away. Okay? So we're going to do that just 3 more breaths, and as you do this, we're going to start to engage our imagination. Okay? Now, to do this, we're going to need to close your eyes as you're breathing in. Okay? I'll direct you. Go ahead and breathe in, deep, nice, full body breath, and then out through the mouth and let it all out. To engage your imagination, imagine that your hands are rising and falling, not just with your breath, but like it's a wave in the ocean. Can you imagine that? That your breathing is like the rise and fall of the water in the wave. So you breathe in, your hands are floating up on a wave, and then you're exhaling and they're falling down on the back of the wave. One more time, breathe in as the wave starts to rise, and then breathe out as the wave starts to fall. Wonderful. Let's engage that imagination now. Just breathe at your own pace. We're not trying to control it right now. Close your eyes if you're comfortable with it. And just like we imagined our hands were rising and falling with the waves in the ocean, now I want you to imagine that you're swimming in the ocean, or a pool, or a pond, or a lake, or a gulf, just swimming in a nice, big, comfortable body of water. And you're watching as the waves rise and fall, and rise and fall. And here we are, it's the middle of the day, the sun is still out and it's shining its light down on the water. And you can see it as it casts sparkles all over the top of the water. And as we're watching as the sunshine rises and falls with the water and the waves in this body of water. Now, my personal favorite body of water to swim in happens to be a pool, because I can see all the way down to the bottom of the pool, and I feel safe and comforted with that. Some people are very comfortable swimming in the ocean, where they can taste the salt on their tongue, and they can hear the ocean birds, the seagulls, and all of the other birds out there just singing and flying high in the air. See if you can see in your mind what birds are around the body of water that you're imagining that you're swimming and floating in. Take a look out there in your mind's eye. What color are the birds that you see? If it's a pool, you might see typical outside birds like a little robin redbreast or a nice blue jay. You might even see little swallows or a hummingbird if you have hummingbird feeders out there. If you're over by the ocean, you might see some cranes or storks. You might see some seagulls as they rise and fall with the air currents just over the water. If you're at a lake or a pond, you might not only see your regular outside birds, but you might see a crane or a heron. They are beautiful big birds with long spindly legs that like to stand up on one foot and nuzzle their head down into their wings. Can you see this in your mind? Can you imagine what it looks like to watch these birds as they hover on the air or they tuck their head up under their wing as they're standing on one leg? Maybe like a flamingo. Those are the brilliant pink birds that you see over in the coastal waters over on the beaches. And they are really, really pretty. And they stand up on those long spindly legs and they tuck their head up under their wing as they're comforted in that nice shallow water by the beach. Okay? Imagine this in your mind. Imagine that the day is beautiful. The sky is blue. There's not a cloud in the sky. The weather is perfect. It's not too hot, not too cold. It's just right for a day to swim. So imagine that you're ready for the swim. You put your things down. You have your towel. Maybe you have a beach chair or a lawn chair. And you walk out towards the water. And are you one of those people that just jumps into the water, or do you dip your toe in first? These are things you can see in your imagination. And as you're wandering through your imagination, maybe the water is just right, or maybe it's nice and warm like a bath. Or sometimes it can be very cool and refreshing. What's just the right temperature for you? Do you like that cool, refreshing water, or do you like that warm, almost like a bath kind of water? Now, maybe your favorite body water to hang out in is your bathtub, where you like to take bubble baths and play with your toys. That's pretty awesome water too. So whatever is perfect for you, maybe there's a window in your bathroom and you can look outside and see the birds in the sky out there. Maybe there's an eagle or a hawk or an owl nestled up in his tree, resting because it's still daytime out there. Okay, so see all of this in your mind, and suddenly, did you notice that? Think about this. All of that crazy outside kind of fell to the background, didn't it? That is the power of your imagination. You can absolutely choose what you focus on. You can choose on focusing on your breathing. You can choose to focus on your imagination and walking out to the water and testing it, or jumping right in cannonball style. Whatever is your perfect water experience, you can imagine in your mind, right in the safety of wherever you're sitting down. Okay? So now that we've had our breathing exercise and we've had our imagination exercise, let's see if we can tie the two together. Oh my goodness, this is going to be amazing. So, now that you're comfortable, sit nice and comfortable, sit nice and tall and erect. Imagine that there's a string at the very tip top of your head just pulling you up skyward, making you have the best posture around. Let's go ahead and bring your hands to your lap. You can have them palms down, palms up, or if you're more comfortable just kind of holding them together, you can hold them in whatever fashion makes you comfortable right now. Because we're trying to bring that energy down, bring down the volume, bring out that crazy, so that you can be at peace wherever it is that you are. Okay? So if you're really, really starting to get nervous or anxious or agitated, it might even help you to hold your hands over your heart and just feel as your breath makes your chest rise and fall as you inhale and exhale. Okay? So let's engage our imagination and focus this time on our breath. Breathe in, feel as your lungs fill with nice fresh air. Exhale, feel as the used air comes out. Feel as your rib cage rises with your inhale and then falls as you exhale. Feel as your shoulders come up with your inhale and then down with the exhale. Feel as your belly comes out with the inhale and in with the exhale. Notice all these things, all of these sensations while you're breathing. And now let's tie your breathing and your sensations to our water imagination. Okay? Breathe in, feel your ribcage rise as you rise to the top of the water. And exhale as your ribcage comes down and your arms kind of come out and down, pushing the water down. All right, we're treading water in our mind. We're breathing in and our arms come up and exhaling and our arms come down. We're treading water. We're swimming in the water that we're in, casting away anything that's not helping us out. Make sure we're not hitting the people around us. And then inhale, bring the air in, and exhale, bring the air out. Imagine a nice, calm body of water where you can float. You might even do a little splashing. And suddenly, all of the agitation, all of the stress and worry and fright, all of that is just melted away. It's gone out to the wayside, gone out to sea, gone out to the middle of the lake or the pond, gone down the drain from the tub. And all you're left with is that nice, peaceful mindset of breathing and imagining and just being at peace with who you are and where you are now. Isn't that lovely? Yoga is such a wonderful tool to help you get through the crazy out there down to what's really important in here. And this can get you ready for school, it can get you ready for work, it can get you ready for lessons, for hanging out with friends, for church groups and activities, or school activities and field trips, or hanging out at the park. There's always the opportunity for things to get loud and chaotic out there. But all you need to do is remember to focus on your breathing and engage your imagination, and suddenly you feel right as rain. So I would like to thank you for participating in our cooling down and bringing the energy down and quieting down today. It has been a loud, chaotic world this past week. So I hope that this helps you on through your weekend until our next episode next Friday. Until then, my name is Tony. I'm here at Me Time LLC, a massage and yoga studio here in Troy, Alabama. This program is sponsored in part by Charles Henderson Child Health Center. They are a pediatric physician and dental group here in Troy, Alabama, helping take care of children from birth to age 19. They support us through a grant that they receive from the Children's Trust Fund, whose purpose is to prevent child abuse and neglect. Thank you very much. I hope we helped you quiet the noise inside. Tune in again next week and we'll see if we can make some energy for Labor Day week. Yay, Labor Day! So, have a wonderful week. I hope you are kind to yourself and others. Namaste.